how are we going to study that? Well, you see, basically, I have to explain this beautiful method of reduction of one problem to the other. Well, let me try to do analogy. Analogy of, say, teaching you Russian. And explaining what that word почему means. And, well, I would say почему means simply the same as отчего. So why is that explanation funny to most of you? I don't know how many of you know Russian and understand отчего better than почему. Well, it is funny because I explained something strange using something maybe even stranger, right? Isn't it the same situation here? Speaking of multivariable, right? We are talking about multivariable calculus. Do you know what a multivariable linear function is? And what kind of problems can you solve about multivariable linear function? And how difficult it is for you to solve those problems? Well, it better be easy for you, so that you appreciate the reduction. Because if I keep telling you for the whole semester that, oh, well, let's take this nonlinear problem, I will easily reduce it to this linear problem. And what you see is, well, I just reduced one problem to another problem, right? I mean, who cares? Well, you would really care if you know how to recognize linear problems, how to deal with linear problems, and you understand that all that is really simple and straightforward. It may not seem at this point, right? Because you probably rarely faced any multivariable linear problems. But that's what we will practice for about a month. We will practice linear problems. So you would have, I believe, you would have an advantage in this course if you took linear algebra before that, so that you spend the whole semester studying linear problems and you appreciate the simplicity of that and you understand how to do it. Or at least you understand how to do it and you know it's straightforward, although it may not be simple, right? So I will have to spend a month on that because I cannot assume that most of you took linear algebra. Linear algebra is not prerequisite for this class. But fortunately, I was able to separate a part of that linear algebra course that is necessary for calculus from the part which is not necessary, and I will teach you only that part that is necessary. So that's why it will take only 1 month. So for the first month, all the way till the first test, you will never see calculus, because there is no point. Maybe calculus 1, just to mention, to justify, to explain examples, but not really multivariable calculus. And then we will do differentiation for another month. And then we will do integration. And that's the rough plan for the whole semester. A month for each of those topics.